The next thing I want to talk about is presentation. Presentation is everything. I'm representing Kingdom Kids Academy for the Performing and Visual Arts. So I have on a Kingdom Kids Academy for the Performing and Visual Arts t-shirt. I also have on a little cardigan jacket with Kingdom Kids Academy on it. In order to work here, you need to be prepared to wear a shirt, a vest, a smock, something that has Kingdom Kids Academy on it. The same way you go to Chick-fil-A and you see them with Chick-fil-A shirts, visors, hats. Whataburger, they have their Whataburger shirt, they have their name badge. We are going to represent KKAPVA in the same way. Presentation is everything from what you're wearing to your classroom, to our front door, to our kitchen, to our bathrooms, to the office, to the mud room or the room where we have our storage. Everything needs to be labeled. Everything needs to be clean. Everything needs to be in its place. Blocks don't go in the car box. Cars don't go where the trains are. Everything must be separated, cleaned, sorted, and labeled. Period. All right. So this does say presentation is everything. It says here, we must make sure to keep our facility clean at all times. If you have time to lean, you have time to clean. If you have time to be on that phone, checking your Facebook feed, you don't. You have time to clean because something needs to be clean. Some child's face needs to be wiped off. Some child's shoes need to be tied. Something needs to be wiped off, organized, or reorganized. A paper needs to be copied. Something needs to be picked up off the floor and thrown in the trash. There's always something to do. So there is no time to lean unless it's nap time and you're sitting there with your class while they're resting. Then you can get on that phone and periodically look, listen, and see what's going on in your classroom. The sign-in area should be stocked with pens, tissue, wipes. Make sure the sign-in sheets are good. Make sure that there's forms in the form boxes and slots for the parents to get if they need a particular form. The kitchen always needs to be clean. Counters need to be bleached off. The floor needs to be swept and then mopped. Food needs to be put in proper locations and labeled. The bathrooms always need to be clean and stocked with tissue, paper towels, hand soap, extra trash sacks. Always make sure to sweep, mop, and or vacuum the floors. Hallways always need to be clear of clutter, swept, and mopped. Hallways, especially anything that leads to our exits, needs to be free of any backpacks, crates, Amazon boxes, whatever. It needs to be clean, because if there is a fire, and the Lord willing there won't be one, but if there is, we need to be able to get out of the building as quickly as possible without things that are going to distract or hinder us from getting where we need to get quickly. So as far as presentation goes, we are representing Kingdom Kids Academy for the Performing Arts, but you're also presenting yourself. First impressions are very important. And when somebody comes in and they want to possibly be a part of our team, or they want their children to be a part of our center, you need to look clean. Your room needs to look clean. The floors coming to your room needs to look clean. Everything needs to be clean. Before moving on to the next activity in your classroom, it needs to be cleaned. If you've just finished painting and now you guys are about to go to centers, all of the children need to be lined up. Those tables need to be wiped off, and then the children need to be walked to the bathroom to have their hands washed, cleaned, and dried. And then you guys come back and go to centers. Never leave a mess in your room unless there's some type of emergency going on in which you need to call on that radio for help. But it needs to be clean at all times. Thank you.